Well, g'day everyone. Welcome to the latest episode of Great Forsaken TV. You may well have been expecting History of Great Forsaken Part 2 today, but I haven't actually got around to doing that episode yet. Those ones take a little bit more time because I've got to scour through old footage of my old bands and various things. So today we are going to be looking at the making of the new Great Forsaken album, Light the Hall, the live album. We're coming up to our 5th anniversary in September, and we thought it would be a really cool idea to put out our live album as an online download, pay what you think it's worth kind of deal. So in September, that will be available to the Great Forsaken Mosher crew, which is free to join. Bit of a plug there, but this is Great Forsaken TV after all. So if you're interested in having listened to our live album, which will be called Light the Hall, just join the Mosher crew through our official website, and in September you'll have access to a pay what you think it's worth download. So you can download it for free, or you can send a couple of bucks our way if you enjoy the recording and think it's worthwhile. So that's what we'll be doing to celebrate 5 years of Great Forsaken. So I thought today, I'm sitting here in Northwind Studio, I thought I'd give you a bit of a rundown of the process and how we're actually recording this thing, and just go through the whole story of this live album, which will be entitled Light the Hall. So here we're looking at my mixing desk, which regular watchers of GFTV would have seen before. Currently mixing Destined for Ascension. So I've got my inputs there, my monitor speakers here, and there's the mixing desk. So you can see there, I'm a bit of a Diet Coke freak at the moment, so I've been getting stuck into that. Okay, so here we have the multi-tracks. What I'm recording there is actually a master of the recording, so I can adjust my monitor levels without actually adjusting my master at all. That's just to listen to what's coming out. So if you look here, I'm not sure how well the camera will pick it up, but I've actually got a 16 track recording, so you can see all the various levels there. These two are drums, vocals I think are over here somewhere, guitars. Now these were all recorded in July last year. We had a gig at Byford Rec Centre. I'll just turn this down so you can hear me a bit better. Which our good friend Daniel Holmes recorded for us. Now this one here you see is actually my crowd level noise. So I've got a constant crowd level in the background, and what I can do is just lift it up a little bit there, so that gives a nice little crowd seg between songs, but doesn't actually ruin it. So I'm doing a bit of talking in the background there. This isn't a final mix, but so you can hear that. And then I can just turn the levels down like that. Like I say, this isn't a final mix, I'm just experimenting. But I don't know how it's coming out through the camera, but I'm pretty happy with the sound. For what it is, I mean, it's all recorded live, there's warts and all. But I've got, on this side, I've got Elias' guitar panned a little bit more into this side, my guitar panned a little bit more into that side. So you can hear those coming out, and then you can hear that there. So this is called Guitar Tracks Pro, this software. This is the one I'm using for this particular recording. So you can see there all the different various tracks. I have used some effects on this. Now remember, this is my first project that I've done in my new studio, which is more or less what you see. There's our rolling kit, which we use for demos and whatnot. We also do our rehearsals in here. You would have seen it in Great Forsaken TV before. So essentially, you know, what you see here is the studio, but I'm pretty happy with it as a home setup actually. So it's doing us really well. Now over here I wasn't super happy with the vocal sound on the night, so I've actually added a little bit of reverb. So this is my vocal. Now, I've chosen a bad spot to turn it off, but I've just added a little bit of reverb to the vocal take to make it sound a little bit fuller than it was recorded in the raw. We do most of our recording at Fat Dog Studio, however, that gets time and cost prohibitive, so we're looking to do as much stuff as we possibly can here in the future. So it's a really cool thing to have this set up, and the desk is actually from Fat Dog. It was originally the desk at Fat Dog. So we've done a lot of work with Daniel to have this little setup, and this live album will be the first, I suppose, fruits of that work. And it's just a really good practice run for me to work on demos and get some better stuff happening within the band musically. So like I say, this thing will be out in September. I hope you've enjoyed having a bit of a look at what I'm doing and going through the process, how we actually are making this particular album. Very, very low key, very underground, but quite exciting.
Trying to find what we came for. We'll make plans to conquer all and take the land by force. As soon as we discover what's ahead, we'll set our course.
It's been a lot of fun, and there's been a lot of false starts with various sounds not quite working out.